my great privilege this morning to be welcoming you, sir, on your first full day in Sydney, having arrived only yesterday. And thank you very, very much for joining us at breakfast this morning.
Well, thank you very much indeed for those kind words of introduction, George, and good morning, everybody. I hope you didn't have to all struggle out of bed too early this morning to get here, but rather fine surroundings to have breakfast, I think. Anyway, so fantastic. And I recognise that voice who started singing the national anthem only too clearly. So, Gavin, very nice to see you again too. Good to see you. Michael, thank you very much indeed for the fantastic support you and Zip gives to the award in Australia. The support and the enthusiasm that you have brought to the award has been tremendous, and the energy that you have brought to the board in personally as well is testament to the fact of the number of people here that you've managed to persuade to come along this morning, but the whole energy that you have infused the award programme in Australia has been absolutely fantastic. So we really, really do appreciate it. And I know that this is not the only charitable organisation that you support. I know that you're involved in a lot of other charities, especially with the arts and obviously the gallery here, and also with the development of young Australians. So we're particularly grateful that the Duke of Edinburgh's Award in Australia is one of that stable. And as a matter of interest, as I look around here, are there any other fellow award holders in the room by any chance? One or two hands, yes. Oh, look, there's another one there. Oh, yes, there are a few. Excellent. Oh, I'm delighted with that. But has anybody got any children who are doing the award? Well, just a few, or nephews, or nieces, or cousins. Oh, there you go. So it's not quite such a complete secret then in Australia, which is fantastic. We're a bit like that. The award is very much a very well kept secret, and that's mostly around the world. It just doesn't happen just in Australia. But that's very simply because the award is a bit like Intel, if you've ever heard of Intel. I think it's a small American company which produces microchips. Most of you probably haven't got a clue what a microchip is particularly, but you all know that if you're going to buy a computer, or that you have to have an Intel inside. And when you go off, you know what a computer looks like, and you can all name dozens of computer companies. Well, the award's a bit like that. If you're sending your children to school, you know what a school looks like. The award doesn't build schools. The award doesn't run youth clubs. The award doesn't run youth organisations. No. We're the programme that runs inside. We're the ones that make those schools just a little bit better, that offers a little bit more in a youth club, that makes a youth organisation have a little bit more focus to what they're trying to do. That's what the award does. We operate on the inside. And that's why we're such a well-kept secret, because we don't have the resources of Intel to go and convince you all that if you go back and go to a school, you need to look for the one that's running the award on the inside. So what is this thing? What is this programme? Michael's done a very good little description. I call it the unusual, daring and exciting youth development programme. It's open to all 14 to 25-year-olds, and it basically equips those young people with life skills and practical experiences that will enable them to go on whatever life throws at them in the future, and hopefully to make a positive contribution to their societies wherever they are. Mind you, saying it's open to all is a really difficult challenge for any charity. We've got to reach out to any young Australian, wherever they might be. But the difference we can make for any young Australian can be tremendous. But for you, as business leaders, as employers, I'm going to focus just on one particular benefit for you, which is that you're all out there looking for the best young people to employ. Now, I defy you to have a meaningful conversation about any young person's academic qualifications that lasts more than about 20 seconds. I defy you to be able to maintain a conversation any longer than that. If you know they've done the award, you see that on their CV, you can start engaging them in a conversation that revolves around, well, what skills have they learned? What experiences have they had? What sport do they do? What are their passions? What are their hobbies? What makes them get out of bed in the morning? What makes them want to come and work for you? And that's what the award tells you. It's probably about the most important non-formal qualification there is now in the world. In Britain, a survey of the top employers in Britain all place the Duke of Edinburgh's award as the most important qualification after the academic qualifications in terms of their employment. And I hope very much now that you've had a little bit about this that you maybe think about that, and you'll go out and maybe you'll help, as Michael is doing, a few more young Australians the chance, the opportunity, from whatever background, to get involved in this program. And maybe one day, together, we'll be able to help a few more young people make that often difficult transition from being a young person to being a responsible young adult. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed.